We need an annual face-to-face meeting of journalists across the region so that we can share knowledge and have an open forum to discuss how we go forward covering the events in this region which continue to draw more and more international attention.
There is nothing equivalent right now like the Aegean Summit to bring young people who want to try and do new things, who want to try and take things further. There's nothing that will bring them together. There's no physical space, while the geographical space is actually very extensive. We need new initiatives to bring these people together, to bring people like Athens Live and others in the same space to discuss and take things further.
In the region here, we're very close geographically, just an hour flight away from each other's cities, but due to infrastructure, language, there's a very big communication gap, and we want to open up the channels of communication because our economies, our heritage, our culture, our issues are interconnected, so we want media to play a role to open these channels of communication.
The problem of this era, I think, is that we talk a lot about each other, but we don't talk to each other. And I guess the Aegean Summit is a very good way to solve this.
We need to fill the need for news coverage of things that the aging mainstream media apparatus either doesn't cover or doesn't cover enough.
I think the problem with the Greek media is very fundamental, and it goes beyond just what sort of information, what sort of product they produce for the world, but how they're set up. Independent media can bring both new business models and business practices to bring independence and bring forward what has been lost in the political dialogue, what has been lost in the democratic process. They are now more necessary than ever.
It's not just to provide something different besides the mainstream narrative or positive journalism to counter negative journalism, but it just realizing that the region is a lot more complex than we think, and hearing all these different voices from communities, urban tribes, marginalized communities, and having a healthy civic debate by including fresh and new voices that are around us, more mature, or maybe just starting now with their new projects.
We need independent media, especially in Greece, because providing an alternative news source will inspire change in a widely corrupt media landscape.
In order to do that, we need to be able to meet the people who have the knowledge, who have the information, who have the ideas to make this work. Because we can always just become close-minded and only look in Greece. We can only look into what's going on here. But if we want to go further, if we want to become bigger, we need places where we can meet like-minded people and discuss with them what can we do together.
What I'm hoping to get, aside from it being a great networking opportunity for myself and for all of the journalists that will attend, what I hope to gain from it is increased knowledge of what's going on in other parts of the region outside of what I cover, because I cover mainly Greece, and especially now the refugee crisis. And because the refugee crisis is a regional crisis that affects everybody from here to our north and to our south and east. And so I think that this would be a great gathering of people that are covering, in large part, this crisis as well, so that we can talk about what's going on different ends of it.